What's up, guys? It's your girl, Mikhail Rose, and welcome to Iconix Radio. Today's going to be amazing, very inspiring. I know you love to hear that because that's what I like to say. And it is, we have a very special guest, a very monumental moment for us all to witness and get a chance to hear the queen spill it out like it is, guys. She raw, and I like it just like that. Straight Hennessy, no Coke. Let's go. Look at she. We have the beautiful Safiya Hill. Sapphire, if you know it. Okay, listen. Safiya, how are you, queen?
Hey, blessed by the best and nothing less.
Yeah, pull that mic up.
Pull it up.
Yeah, because I want the people to hear what you just said.
Blessed by the best and nothing less.
Period.
That's how your day ought to be every day.
Stamp it. Look, I love it. Thank you. I love your energy. I can't wait to get into your story because I just kind of like have chills right now because your energy is like so, woo, but your story is like, wow, you know. So let's start off like this. Who is Safiya Hill?
Well, Safiya Hill is a Houston-born, raised queen that lives her day and allows the Lord to ordain her steps.
Yes.
That is a mother of two.
Yay.
19 and 14, amazing young adults.
Yes.
They say babies no more.
They're not babies no more. I know.
Really like that, no.
Mama. Like, what? Wait a minute. Take the bass out your voice.
Yeah. But you still my baby.
I know that's right.
Two amazing kids. They're just living and thriving and surviving, going day for day.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to get better.
I love it. I love it. You are a proud, happy mother. You're a go-getter. You have been interviewed by a lot of You've been on a lot of big platforms. Not for the reason a lot of people would, kind of look or, but this is going to be good because you're still here and you have let's get into it, y'all. Let's go. Okay. So we know who Safiya is, but let's talk about Safiya's journey. First of all, what was it like for you growing up?
It was, Funyuns and Dr. Peppers.
The rings. Listen, I love this girl. I love you. Man, we got something. I'm telling you, we sisters. Somebody mama was lying. I'm telling you, this is my sister.
Yeah, Funyuns and Dr. Peppers.
Honey, what do I like to drink? On the bad day, give me a Dr. Pepper. My life is real. Come on. Look at
and they when you had that Funyun and that Dr. Pepper together,
and you crushed up the Funyuns. Listen, y'all don't know about that.
They don't understand that's life.
All right. Okay, I'll be good. Let's be good, Safiya. Come on.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. And just I have two sisters.
Yeah.
My oldest sister, that's my protector.
Yeah.
She's always watched me, took care of me.
Oh, wow.
Till this day. She still is.
Hey, sis.
My best friend.
Yeah.
And I know her like she know me. Like we could just look at each other and we already know what's going on. You already know.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
that telepathic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
It is. And then just, we had our ups and downs, some things, but for the most part, pretty much a happy child. Like
good.
People know me at 43 that knew me at 13.
Wow.
Still, I'm the same. I haven't changed.
Nothing has changed. Nothing but the time.
Nothing but the time.
And that's a beautiful thing. And it's always good to hear, especially when you're talking about from like, being a kid up until now. It's like, man, you've went through some things, but you've never changed. Yes, the humanitarian in you, the survivor, the lover, the giver, okay. So growing up, you had a pretty common, fun, energetic childhood.
Absolutely.
No, we on the north side, right?
On the north.
On the nickel, let's go.
All day, every day.
Listen. Okay, so you're in school. What are you doing in school? Like help me paint a picture for the people. What was it like for you growing up in school, elementary, junior high? Busybody?
No, you know what? Not really a busybody. Just trying to find my way.
Yeah.
Feel like you want to be liked.
Okay.
By everybody.
For sure.
And everything, but not really a busybody.
Okay.
But then when I did high school.
Oh, but by high school, okay. I know that. Yeah. Okay. So now we're in high school. What are we thinking? Are we looking at college? Are we just kind of just finding our way? Are we playing sports? Are we on a debate team? Are we like, you know what? I just kind of want to just get through school because there's so many levels in high school, but you got to have something that you're doing.
Yes, ma'am. Well, no sports and no debate team. I was actually in the yearbook. I love pictures. I'm a very, very photogenic person. I love taking them. My kids stand out to get this picture right. Don't play with me.
What you say? Make sure.
Get this picture right.
Wait a minute. Watch my angle now.
Yes.
I love it.
And but no, I did do college afterwards. But
Good.
my sister ended up having my oldest nephew, and that was like my first kid before having kids.
Yes.
And so Amy had to get out there and work.
Yes.
We had to spoil him.
Yes.
And so I didn't, but I ended up going back to school. I haven't completed. After COVID, I kind of took a step back.
For sure.
But I do plan on at least finishing up and getting my associate's degree.
Come on now. We got goals over here. Just want you to know.
Okay.
I love it. So, eventually something happens. You're going through life. You have, beautiful children, but in the process, you are hit with some life-changing words, right? Let's talk about that.
Well, in 2015 to be exact. Actually, I'm gonna take a step back. In 2014, I had never been at home self-check for breast, and I just mysteriously felt a crazy lump, and went to work. Had a friend, asked her to check it out. Hey, player don't get down like that, but hey,
right.
I need your feelings. And when
Safiya.
And then when she felt it, she instantly started crying, and I knew I had to take it serious. So I told my sister, and she was like, "Oh, it ain't nothing. I know somebody. I said, yeah, you're right. It may not be nothing, but I'm for whatever reason, I'm gonna do what I need to do."
Right.
So some months passed. I finally get my appointment for my mammogram. But prior to the appointment for the mammogram, I had a situation going on with my daughter, and we were actually about to start court for her for something that happened with her in February.
Okay.
And the day she turned 13, which would have been January 2nd, 2015, the courts called me, let me know about everything. Then that Monday, on the 5th, I had my appointment.
Right.
And I get there, and they do the mammogram, and they're like, Miss Hill, we need to do a biopsy.
Oh.
And you come February the 2nd. I said, no, I got a situation, with my daughter. We have to start court, and I have to be there.
Now, if you don't mind me stopping you, I'm so sorry. Could you explain to them what exactly a biopsy is?
A biopsy is where when you have a mammogram and then you feel a lump, they actually go in to, get portions of it to determine if it's cancer.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Oh, yes, ma'am. And so they was like, well, can you come February the 9th? I said, I don't know how long we going to be. She said, I'll be back. Came back. Well, February 17th is too far. But hold on a minute. Can you be here January the 7th? Yeah. Please be here. We don't even do biopsies on Wednesdays, because the 7th was going to be a Wednesday. I
Right.
said, okay. So I reached out to my aunt. She said, of course, fussed at me. Why you didn't tell me anything? I said, went January the 12th. They called me, told me it was invasive ductal carcinoma, which is a form of breast cancer.
Wow.
36.
36.
Daughter, like I said, had just turned 13 10 days before that. Son is 7.
Wow.
So I say, okay. It was so crazy because, like, I remember like it was yesterday, and they're just like, I had no emotion. Like, I couldn't cry. I couldn't, it's nothing that I had seen previously that I would ever hear. But when they told me, well, tell your kids. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, your hair fall out at radiation.
That's the first thing. He was like, what's going to happen to my hair now? Let's.
Well, see,
wow.
I was like, right, because
For
they
sure.
told me radiation was going to be after chemo. So
Yes.
I'm like, okay, well, I have time to tell them.
Yes.
Well, I got that rude awakening. No, ma'am, hair falls out with chemo. So I had to go ahead and tell them. And after I left out the building, I called my sister. Lord, you'd have thought I just told that woman I had 2 weeks to live. My brother-in-law literally had to get on the phone like, she gonna call you back because she's screaming and hollering. I called my dad and told him, and he read a poem to me, let go and let God.
Wow.
And in that moment, I knew that's just what I had to do, let go and let God. Because if I didn't let God lead me, I promise you, I know for a fact I wouldn't be here talking to you right now.
Wow.
In this moment.
Girl, my eyes, listen. And these are lashes I did. And I know they're not going to last. But listen. Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right, girl. So you hear those words. Obviously, you have a very good. You see my eyes watering them. Don't you?
That's
look.
okay.
Don't look
okay.
at me.
I'm not.
Look at my nose. Don't look at my eyes. Look at my nose.
Be like this. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So obviously, you had a amazing, great support system there. So you knew that, I'm okay. So for a support system, right?
Yeah. Well, I knew regardless of what was going to happen, my sister and my aunt was going to stand 10 toes down.
Period.
No matter what.
That means a lot.
Like, it no other way around it.
Right.
So,
right.
To have them, and then, man, I had so many cousins that just stepped up. Aunts, family just stepped up. Friends.
Yeah.
Stepped in when they could. But for the most part, it was just me and my kids. And my daughter. When I say God couldn't have blessed me with a more amazing young human being to be at the age of 13 and step up the way that she did, not only for me, but for her brother. Yeah. She put him on the bus in the morning. She had been doing that for years because I was working, so I'd have to be to work for 7. And she would literally, never one time did she ever call Mama, Michael missed the bus, or I missed the bus. Like, she's always been very, very, very responsible. And to watch her just step up and, Ain't it come take her grocery shopping. My dad taught her how to fold clothes.
Right.
Like, just a lot of different little things.
Right.
And, like I said, my baby, he didn't really know, but he's such a mama's boy, and he just loved me and hugged on me and kissed me so much.
Is that the baby?
Me too.
I'm so sorry, y'all. This is real recording. Come on in, baby. Your mama talking about you. Hey, what's your name? Come on up and just wave at the people, Michael. Yeah, wave at the camera. Yeah, he gonna look. He gonna get over there and hug your mama because she was just talking about you. This is Michael, y'all. He was sliding on in right on this point. Thank you for coming, sweetie. You can have a seat. So, beautiful, handsome.
Thank you.
Come on, Fades. I see you got your little waves. You like, yeah, He's so cute. He's handsome. I love it. So, it's what you call live recording. Let's go. So you have your beautiful children. Your daughter is stepping up in a way that you could only be grateful for, right?
Absolutely.
And so walk us through the journey because people are reaching out to you. Your story stuck out to a lot of people.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So let's talk about that journey.
Yes, absolutely. So within, once coming to the other side, I would call it.
Okay.
Once you get done with chemo and radiation and, countless of surgery, because I had to be put back together.
Okay.
And then it's just when God just continues to show you how amazing He is. And open doors that you never thought in a million years that you'd ever touch.
Right.
And it started by me actually. I was at home, I wasn't working. So I was doing surveys online. And in the process of doing those surveys, one of the surveys that came up was for actually one of the drugs that I took when I was going through my chemo.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, I answered some questions about this. So they had reached out and was like, they had an organization called the Voices of Experience. And they thought, my journey was worth taking a listen to. And that's how I got involved with them. And I've had the pleasure of having Joan London come to Houston to interview me.
Wow, Joan London.
Yes, ma'am.
Google if you don't know.
Come to Houston.
That's historic.
Yes, ma'am. And interview me. And then they even, and so not only me did she interviewed some other ladies. One's in New York, one was in Chicago, and one's in California. So they even brought the 4 of us together in New York. And so we've traveled New York, Washington, D.C., Orlando, Denver, speaking on stage together. And we've actually have a bond, especially me and 2 of the ladies. Now, one of my pink sister, she's transitioned, and she's dearly, dearly missed. So me and Miss Janine, the one that's in New York, we definitely keep very, very close and keep in touch. But
beautiful.
It just opens doors and starts relationships that you would have never made.
Wow. I love the way that you tell your story so mellow and so heartfelt that the emotion is just the emotion that I get from you is just it's been okay. It's been okay. Like I've been doing this thing.
It has.
I love it. And so are you in remission or what's the process or what's the status now?
Yes, ma'am. I am in remission. I've been cancer free.
Boom! Congratulations! Woo! People going crazy. Y'all calm down. He back there clapping. The baby clapping too. Look. That's right. I love it.
For over 6 years.
Wow. God is good.
All the time.
And all the time, God is good. Absolutely. See, you thought I wasn't going to come back with it. But Ricky Smiley said, if you done been in church, you know. Don't leave nobody hanging on that one, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, your spirit. Now, there was a pivotal moment for you. And I want to be respectful, but I also want to be honest to people because this is something that it's an ongoing, right? For a lot of people. And so I want to be respectful, but I also want to be open and vulnerable and raw. So there was at one time, I'm sure that there was an emotional, spiritual, physical roller coaster obviously happening. Did you find yourself in a routine? Did you find yourself saying, I got to talk to this type of people? What did you do? Or how did you come through the mental, the emotional? Because you got to do something, right? Mm-hmm. So tell me, what was the process for you?
Let go and let God.
Period. Listen, I was waiting for listen, girl, look. Every morning I was like this, and I was like this. But no, I love that, though.
Okay, so I'll elaborate for you.
Okay, please. I love her.
Like I said, going back to when I said about me calling my dad and him reading that poem to me.
Yes, I love that.
In that moment, and remembering what I had just heard from my sister,
Mm-hmm.
and not taking nothing away from God.
Period.
Because my joy comes from Him. My healing came from Him.
That's right.
But I knew my family wasn't going to be right if I wasn't right. So I had to learn how to be strong so they could follow my lead. Because if they see me cracking up and see me messed up, how they going to be? I can't be like that. I have a 13 and a 6 and a 7-year-old, and they just could not see that. So there wasn't much crying out. You know, there was pain.
For sure.
There was hurt. There was uncertainty. But at the end of the day, I wasn't going to stress myself out because all it's going to do is make it harder on you.
That's right.
Because if you're stressing behind something, at the end of the day, it's out of your control, sweetie. It didn't happen. You can't find out you have cancer, then go back to sleep and wake up and it be gone. Like, okay, that never happened. I was tripping. I was dreaming.
And,
it's done.
Don't happen like that.
No, ma'am. It's done. So another motto that's very near and dear to my heart is I never questioned God. I never asked him why me. It was always why not me. If he trusts me enough with that situation, how don't I trust him enough not to bring me through it? And that was what got me, literally, what has me here where I'm at today.
Woo! Listen, girl, I done had some interviews throughout my time, but you definitely leave me speechless. I want to go by my script. I want to be like, what question can I ask her? But I could just talk to you, and I love it because for a lot of people, this is something that you can't try to go by word. You got to talk to people so they can really understand your heart and what you really experience, but your strength.
Oh, yeah.
Your strength. And like you said, you are going to have those hard moments.
Absolutely.
Because we're human, right?
Yeah, and it's uncertainty.
For
Because
sure.
you really don't know what you're going to get. You know, you have women that are battling, and then when you are not only battling a situation like that, but are battling other things, being a single mother.
Yeah.
You know, maybe them been through a domestic situation and just don't know how to mentally bounce back from that.
Right.
Who've been mistreated at a young age.
Right.
And their innocence was taken from them.
Yeah.
And don't really know how to get away from that because it's like regardless, everything you touch is fails. You know, so you have to figure out and you have to find that mental balance.
Yes.
So when I do speak, I always tell women, for one, you have to be active. You have to be proactive with your body.
Okay.
Because people don't know what's going on with your body.
Period. Yeah. So true.
If you don't tell them, they don't know. So you have to, when you feel something a little different, you know, especially as you get older, take it serious. Know your family history. Like, you have to. Because I didn't know at the time. But I was 36 when I was diagnosed. So now my daughter has to start getting mammograms at 26 because she needs to start 10 years younger than when I was diagnosed.
Wow.
If
Okay.
she didn't know my history, then she turns a certain age and she don't know that's what she's supposed to do.
Correct.
So you need to know your family history. Know if your grandmother, know your great-grandmother, your aunts, you know, whoever, what it is.
Correct.
So those are just key things.
To know your family history.
Absolutely.
And to be proactive. Be very proactive.
Yes.
You know, if you feel something, see something, get checked. Be proactive and do what's necessary to catch it in time.
Because when I was diagnosed, I was stage 3B.
Wow.
Which means the cancer had traveled from my breast to my lymph nodes under my arm.
Oh, wow.
That's how close to stage 4. Stage 4, there's no coming back from.
Right.
Like you're gonna succumb.
Right.
Know? But when I found out, you know, they were able to catch it in enough time before it had traveled too far.
Wow.
You know, but it had traveled.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah, I'm very, very,
Right,
very,
right.
very
Thank
serious
look, thank
about.
God for that bathroom. Come here, friend, right here. You know, I ain't acting,
Yeah,
but right.
yeah, yes,
I
ma'am.
like, because when you think of it, a lot of people they check, they see, and they just kind of they
You don't want that
because you don't
news.
want that,
You don't
right?
want that
Don't do
news.
that. Don't do
But you
that.
don't know. And then too, you know what? I tell people all the time, when you used to hear cancer, you automatically thought the death sentence.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be a death sentence. Like technology has come so far. There's so much more that they can do now. And then you're robbing yourself by not being proactive and paying attention to the signs.
Correct.
Whereas, say, if you felt something and you took care of it then, well, you waited 3-4 months, then you took care of it. Now you're at a later stage.
Right. Right. Right.
You know.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that information, and then just for reassuring people and reminding them of that. So let's go in a little bit deeper because you work with, again, a lot of different organizations. Let's talk about some of the organizations that you're working with and alongside.
Okay, so I have we have a Pink Sister group.
Pink Sisters. Okay.
Yes, we do lunch once a month. We've kind of gotten away from it a little bit with COVID and everything, but we've kind of started back up, and that's always a blast,
Okay.
you know, to catch up with them. And
Is this locally or nice?
it's locally, and
Nice.
we meet all over. You know, we'll go to Katy, you know, because somebody lives somewhere.
For sure.
So we try to pick somewhere so that way no one is driving too far out. The last one we had was September.
Nice.
Might have been, and we went out towards Galveston.
Okay. Okay.
And so,
Like it's a support group, and you guys go out and you speak, and
yeah, we just go out, fellowship with each other.
I love it.
Love on each other.
I love it.
Motivate each other.
I love it.
You know, to inspire each other. And then I have another Pink Sister. She did a calendar last year, and I was a part of that. Where we
Nice.
all dressed up. Like, it just was amazing. It was so beautiful.
Queen snatched. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, yes, man. I'm here
Yes,
for it.
ma'am.
I'm so here for it. Well, you got a call from a very well-known show as well. Was it the real
Yes, ma'am. And
the real call? Come
yes.
on.
And I tell people, you know, you hear these things, social media, this, social media, that.
Yeah.
Social media is only what you make it.
Period. I like that.
They actually found me through Instagram.
The real talk show found you through IG.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
One of the
Okay.
big producers reached out to me, and they were getting ready to do something for Breast Cancer Month in 2018. And, you know, I guess each producer might have had a person they came across. So, you know, they asked questions, and, you know, we were going back and forth for a couple of weeks. And, you know, me not knowing what's going on, but I'm like, okay, you know, sending videos of me and the kids and just, you know. So
Wow.
finally, they reached out and was like, well, can you come be a part of our show? And I'm like, absolutely. Like, I love traveling now. Yes, absolutely. And, you know, they asked, can my kids come? And, you know, they asked about my aunt coming with me. And I'm like, yeah. And the craziest thing about it, prior to them asking me, I just started having car trouble. And I was going to get my car fixed. And I was like, but ain't it? Now, I don't think these people going to call me down here for no car or nothing, but they calling me for something. You think I ought to wait? Because I call my car Bespy. That was my other car.
Bespy?
Bespy.
Okay, Bespy wasn't acting right, y'all.
And
So
I was like, I said, no, I'm going to wait. Because I don't want to tell these people my car messing up. And then, you know, I can go
Right.
down here and my car actually fixed. And I said, no, I'm going to leave Bespy till I get back. But we're going to go down and see what these people talking about. And they flew my kids and I out. You know, we didn't get to enjoy California the way we wanted. Because I actually was leaving for Jamaica that Thursday.
So was this like an in and out type of trip? You was
Yeah,
like, look, I gotta get there, Jamaica on third. Look,
Yeah, I had to.
this a round trip, sweetie. Let's go.
Jamaica hit my pocket pretty hard. So
You was gonna get your money's worth.
yeah.
Sapphire, my girl, come on, look.
And so, but we went, and experience. I just felt like because the other times that I had traveled, my kids weren't with me.
Okay.
School. But finally, I felt like my kids were reaping the benefits of what we had finally went through.
Wow.
And they had never traveled or flown before. So now they think every time you look up, I'm gone. They supposed to come on. Nah, baby, y'all not coming with me. But they have experiences that I never experienced at their age. I didn't fly until I was 37 was my first time.
Right.
So now at like 16 and I think he was like 10 when we went, they're now reaping that benefit. And we went on the show. And they blessed me with a brand new 2018 Ford Mustang, 12 miles when I picked it up.
12 miles? Spanky brand new. Look.
Paid off, paid the taxes on it, like literally everything. Like,
So this one no Price is Right. Well, you got to, no.
Was life-changing.
Whoa.
And like I say, with my
God
baby,
is good.
all the
This
time.
is, I like to make a lot of jokes and keep things like upbeat the whole time, but this is, you having car trouble with Betsy.
Yep.
Only to get, and you didn't like think like, well, they're not saying prepare for this or nothing. This is just, go ahead.
I'm going to tell you.
What?
Right before we left to go, see, I hadn't told anybody.
Okay.
And one of my little cousins had sent me a message.
Uh-huh.
And was showing them riding around in a Ford Mustang. But it had never dawned on me that they were giving that away and that I was going to be the recipient of that.
What?
But like a couple of days, like we left Tuesday, maybe that Saturday night, she sent me a message to see them. And she, cousin, you need to try to get on here. And in my head, I'm like, girl, you don't even know I'm going to be on this show. But I know these people. No, that's not what we're doing.
So wait a minute. All of these signs, all of these green lights were like coming, but you weren't like, oh.
That's for me.
But now you can reflect back on it.
Yes,
it's like God was showing you everything the whole time.
Just believe. And it's like that
Wow.
whole week was like that. Earlier that month, a couple of weeks before that, me and my sister, we had been balling and parlaying.
Yeah.
we went to the Drake concert. We went to the Texans and Cowboys game.
Texas fan right here, y'all. I just want to let y'all know. Texas fan.
Baby. We went to the Kevin Hart concert.
Wow.
And so prior to that, I like Twitter. I only really like it now for football because I keep up with a lot of my football stuff.
Yeah.
And Earl Thomas, he was playing for the Seahawks still, and he was having a contest, and he was giving away 2 pair of Jordan cleats. A pair of Jordan cleats. He was going to send, one cleat to 2 different people.
Uh-huh.
And right before I left for the Rio, I ended up winning that cleat. So I literally have an autographed Jordan cleat from Earl Thomas in my closet.
Yeah. And she don't stay in Houston no more, just in case y'all trying to find. No, don't be looking for my girl now. What a Jordan cleats. Listen, oh my girl. Wow, God he just showered you with the unthinkable, unimaginable blessings.
He did.
And
I'm
wow.
gonna go back right quick. I'm going to go back to 2017 when the Super Bowl was here. Just a little quick story. It's just how God amazing this is. So that Friday before Super Bowl week, I had just got my drains out because I had just had reconstruction surgery. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going downtown because I'm a huge
Michael 14 easing out the door, y'all. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
I'm a huge Skip and Shannon fan. Like, I don't know if y'all watch Undisputed, but I watch it Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't working from home, it would be recorded. Now that I work from home, I don't have to record it. I can just watch it. So I'm finna go down there, and I'm finna go figure it out. I'm going to get on, because they had been saying all week, come be a live guest.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm like, I'm finna go down there. Well, I get down there, you got to have a ticket. So my little heart was broke, but I'm like, you know what? I'm here. I ain't gonna leave.
I know that's right.
So I ended up. So they had another show called Garbage Time with Katie Nolan. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to wait in line. Me and some other people. It's like 6 of us. Ain't nobody got no ticket. But the lady was like, well, y'all just wait. If we have extra seats, we'll bring y'all in. So we just stood in line and waited. Once they let the people in with the tickets, they ended up having extra seats.
Girl.
And I'm like, okay. So we go to the back. Well, she come get 2 people. And I'm like, well, I'm by myself. So when she come back again, I'm like, ma'am, look here.
Look.
I'm by myself. If you get another seat up in the front, come holler at your girl. Like, come holler at your boo. Come holler at me.
Right.
And she came back and she got me.
Wow.
And I just thanked her. I said, ma'am, you don't understand. I'm a breast cancer survivor. I just had surgery. And I had to get down here. Well, it just so happened on the show that day, J.J. Watt was a guest. So I'm sitting, like, literally where I'm at, and I'm in the front row, so, like, right by the desk that they're sitting at. He walks by, so he shake my hand going that way, shake my hand going back that way.
What?
I ended up meeting, like, Chris Carter. I got his autograph.
You met the Texans.
I didn't meet all the Texans.
Not all
JJ,
of them, but
JJ was there. Yeah.
JJ, girl,
and
listen.
that was my guy. I was on MD Anderson bed in the hospital for a week, and I said, you know what? If I go, I'm gonna have me a Texans jersey finally. And that was the first Texans jersey I ever bought. So for that to circle like that and come into fruition. And like I said, I met Chris Carter, Hall of Fame Chris Carter, Greg Jennings that won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. I have like a ball with their autographs. I volunteer with the Texans when they have Texans Care Day, and they go like to the YMCA or the food bank.
What? Okay, let's kick it back. You just said you do what?
Volunteer.
You volunteer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
the first year I went to the YMCA. But once I realized going there, you have to be at least 16 the next year. And since then, I started going to the food bank because my son can come with me. So I literally take my son with me, and we go volunteer at the food bank for Texas Care Day.
Wow. You are a servant.
Absolutely.
You're a servant. And you haven't, even when you were serving your family through your worst time, you was like, I'm going to serve y'all some strength, and I'm going to give you, so y'all won't be around here.
Some motivation.
Yes.
Some inspiration.
Yes. And
some
it's,
faith.
Listen. And like, one thing I always look at what people wear to that, like what they wear. Your hat is just do it. Your shirt, prayer runs in my family. It's like you are a walking billboard of faith, a fear fighter.
I tell people I'm a walking, talking testimony.
Period.
Because my test is a testament to my testimony that I tell.
That's it. Wow. So you've met celebrities, you've been on shows, you've been interviewed, but your faith got you through the hardest moments. And I want everybody to understand that take the right things from this interview. The glitz, the glams, the beauty, the opportunity. None of that stuff can supersede her life still being here and being every day you wake up the devil like, there she go again. Like, there she go again. And you come with it. You come with it because you're out. Go ahead.
No. I'm agreeing with come with it, baby. Give me your best shot.
Let's go.
I mean, it is
6 years.
6 years.
And counting.
And
look, we don't want to.
We and count.
I love it. I love your energy. Thank you so much for just being you. And, we bring entrepreneurs, artists on here all the time. But to have a motivational bad chick like you, listen, that does not take no for an answer. More so, I got a test for you, right? You can't test me. I got a test for you.
Yes,
let's test this faith and put it to works.
Put
Now we're gonna talk about music because the girl likes music. Let's get into it. So let's talk a little bit about what do you consider good music?
Well, kind of hard sometimes to come across in 2021,
but old school.
I do.
What?
I'm a huge R&B.
Okay.
I'm a huge rap.
Okay.
Especially that rap era of Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J, NWA,
Icons.
Ice
Let's go.
Cube,
Hey.
Dr. Dre, Snoop Diggy,
She get into it. Yes.
Coming on in
I love it.
UGK,
Classics. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What style of music do you listen to on like your downtime? Like when you chilling, it's been a long day. Let me get ready to just kick back. What you turning on?
Right now, I'm still on that Summer Walker Over It.
Summer Walker, what?
I like Still Over It, but man, that Over It, I'm playing 1 to 17.
Look,
track for track, word for word.
Summer Walker got something. Ari Lennox, man, they hit her. Her is like,
I love her too.
Her is everything.
Her.
Even one of the amazing artists that we have on Iconix Radio, Mikhail Rose. I just want to throw myself in there.
Okay. And I'm gonna check that out. But I love my children, and it just depends. Because sometimes I can want to get rowdy with my rap.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can want to just praise with my gospel.
Yes.
And I go for what I know. I know sometimes people see me driving and probably think I'm crazy. They don't know what I'm singing.
For sure. It's a car concert. Mind your business.
Yeah. I'm in the car singing gospel like I'm literally singing a 112 song. I'm a huge 112 fan, by the way, too.
Come on now. I love it.
I was dating all 4 of them. They just didn't know.
Didn't nobody know? In between T.I. and 112, it's an ATL thing.
It's all it is.
I love it. This has been so exciting, so amazing. Now you've given a lot of gems, but I kind of want you to look into the camera. And there are somebody out there, some young people who just don't know what to do with life. Maybe they've heard some very harsh words, life-changing words. They may hear life-changing words. They don't know what to do. They may not know where to settle themselves mentally. What would you say to them?
I would first tell them, sticks and stones may break my bones and words could never hurt me.
That's right.
Don't let what someone else says about you define you. Find out who you are. Be the best you can be for you. And find something that makes you happy. I had a conversation. MD Anderson had reached out to me. And that was a lady that's, about to go through some of the same process that I just went through.
Into the mic.
And her and I were on the phone for like an hour and a half last night.
Wow.
And just talking to her and just helping her to understand, like, it's okay. It done happened already. Yeah. Whatever you done went through, whatever you're feeling, whatever you felt, find a positive spin on it. Because you're still here.
Yeah.
You know how many people don't get to say that? Because once you're gone, you're gone. There's no coming back from being gone. So if whatever it is, never let it define you. You define it. You take charge of it. Never let it take charge of you.
Guys, if you haven't got anything from this, I want you to push rewind, go back and listen all over again, because that was heavy, but that was very much needed to be heard. Thank you so much, Miss Safiya. Now, we like to play a little games around here. And I've been playing this game with a lot of my fun guests, and I want to play it with you. Do you want to play a game?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm all for it.
We got to end with a game now. Okay. And guys, if you didn't get a chance, we will be also having this amazing gentleman coming in. Marriage is an investment. Pastor Carl Smith, he's going to be coming through and hollering at us about the new book that he has out. going down, y'all. Stay tuned for that. All right. So, Safiya, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna point out these cards, and you're gonna pull one and pass it to me. Pick a card, in the card, in the card, in the card, in the card. Here go the card. Okay. You ready?
Ready.
All right. So, music or movie? Which one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go music.
You gonna go music? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, you got this one. Which famous girl group of the 90s sung the theme song to the hit sketch comedy TV show, All That? Was it A, Martha and the Vandellas, B, TLC, or C, the Supremes? TLC. It was TLC. Yep, yeah, that's it.
Martha and the Vandellas was from the 40s.
I'm just playing. The girl know her stuff, okay?
Miss Martha. I mean the 60s.
Let's go for another one, girl. You off the chain. I love it. Let's go. All right, here we go. Musical movies.
Okay, I'm gonna try movies.
Okay. The 90s was a golden age for modern Disney movies. Which Disney movie did not debut in the 90s? A, The Little Mermaid, B, The Lion King, or C, Beauty and the Beast? Ooh. You want me to read it again?
I got it because I'm trying to think.
Okay. It was The Little Mermaid.
I knew for a fact Lion King wasn't it.
Okay, because we know
yeah.
Simba came out in the 90s. Listen,
Simba.
Nobody else can have Simba but us. Let's go. Last one. Okay. Technology or movies?
Yeah, I'm going to go movies.
This is my girl. Listen. Oh, okay. This is a good one. Who won the Oscar in 1995 for Best Actor? You ready? A, John Travolta, B, Morgan Freeman, or C, Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
Yep, look. Okay. That girl got that 2 out of 3.
I love me some,
look, Tom Hanks.
Lieutenant Dan.
Oh my gosh, so true. Listen, guys, this has been so much fun, and so heartwarming and so heart moving. Thank you so much. I could just run over there and hug you, girl. What you give to the world, to all of the people, that listen to your interviews, that's around you, that's inspired by you, your beautiful babies. Like, thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for continuing to tell your story, because we need to hear it. It's important for us to hear survival stories and still going, right? You're not just talking about the present. You're looking for the future as well. You've gone through the past. You've gone through the storms. But now, it's on now, baby.
I don't like popcorn.
Look like popcorn with a little extra butter. Yeah. Listen, guys, it's your girl, Mikhail Rose, the beautiful. Where can people find you? I'm so sorry.
They can find me on Instagram. They can find me on Facebook. Instagram and Facebook is just my first name and my last name, which is Safiya Hill. Twitter, Safiya W.
D-A.
No, the beauty. My bad, not the beauty, but the beauty.
Okay, I love it.
Beauty. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They can find me.
Okay.
Always on,
Love it. Shout out to the sisterhood, the Pink Sisters as well. Yeah, the Pink Sisterhood. Shout out to them as well. Guys, we love you. Stay tuned for the next interview, guys. You just never know who's going to be on here. But today, baby, it was Sapphire, honey. Y'all stay tuned. It's your girl, Mikhail Rose. Iconix Radio. Izzy out.